Hello. How to write a book in less than a week. That's what I'm talking about today. I want to share with you some of my experiences and the experiences of a few of my clients. And I want to give you some practical steps to get started on your writing journey because I know that if you follow me, if you are in my world, in my ecosystem, so to speak, you are someone who has a lot of ideas in your mind. You are someone who does a lot of dreaming and imagining and writing. And so I'm calling this live talk How to Write a Book in Less Than a Week. Because I have done this multiple times for myself, and I have taught other people how to do this. And those folks have taught other people how to do this. And so it is totally possible, absolutely within your reach. And like I tell my clients every day, you don't need more time. You don't need more energy. You don't need more money. You need more focus. If you have more focus, there are so many things you can do. If you are laser focused and you put your blinders on and you don't look to the left and you don't look to the right, you look focused, you look straight ahead, and you have a singular mission, you can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish in this world and beyond, right? To infinity and beyond. You can do anything you want to do as long as you put your mind to it. I know you've heard your mama say that. I know you heard your daddy and your grandpappy say that. I know you've heard people on TV say that, but it is true. You can do anything that you put your mind to. And so what are you putting your mind to these days? See, you won't be able to do this if you're constantly watching TV. You won't be able to do this if you are hanging out in the club, up in the club, if that's your focus, right? You won't be able to do this if you're smoking and drinking every day and being a couch potato, right? You won't be able to do this if you're gossiping and hanging out with the wrong folks and all up into the celebrity news and trying to figure out what's going on in this person's life and that person's life, and you ain't paying attention to your own life. You won't be able to do this if you don't want to. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not twisting your arm at all. This is for people. I work with people who are ready, right? I work with people who are not pregnant, but they're dilated. I don't work with you if you're in the first or second trimester. You're in the third trimester. You're at the end. The baby's head is coming out like, that's how ready you are, right? I work with those folks. I work with people who have a message. They have something to share with the world and they want to get it out in the form of a book. And not only that, they don't want to just stop there, right? It's one thing to write a book. It's one thing to give birth to a child. It's another thing to be a good parent, right? It's one thing to write a book. It's another thing to be a successful author, right? We want you to be a successful author, not just have a book. There's a lot of people that have books out. Thousands of books, hundreds and thousands of titles on Amazon. Thousands of authors swimming in the ocean of the book market, right? We want you to be successful. The average independently published author, which is an indie author, self-published author, the average number of books, unfortunately, that most people sell if they're indie authors, is about 200 to 300 books through their entire lifetime. We don't want that for you. We want you to be successful. We want you to win. And so how do you do that? You have a strategy. You have a system. You have a framework. So I'm going to break down for you in a very, very short period of time, right? Just a few minutes. I'm going to break down for you how I get books done so fast. And if you want more information, if you want more of this content, I want you to type the word challenge to join us. Because me and my community, we're going to be going through 5 days of this content. We're going to be moving through my framework. We're going to be moving through my system. We're going to be doing this thing together. And I am the leader. And so I'm going to lead from the front. And I'm going to show you how I choose a topic to write about, how I brainstorm, what the brainstorming process looks like for me, how I create an outline from all that brainstorming, right? And how I put that outline together into several chapters, put a cover on that baby, publish it into the world, and make sales. How do I do it? I do all 5 of my steps at the same time. See, my framework has 5 steps. And instead of just going step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're literally doing all 5 steps at the same time. And so it's kind of a whirlwind of, woo, what are we doing? What are we doing? Because we're creatives, so we can move and we can bob and weave and we can do all kinds of different things because we know how to use both sides of our brain. Right? We know how to ask questions and come up with solutions at the same time. We're human beings. We're not machines. This is not AI, right? This is not AI. This is human capacity. This is human brilliance. And so if you want to come inside of my community and see how we do and practice this with us, because this is what we do. We do this all the time. I publish a book a year. Right? I publish ebooks, audiobooks. I publish paperback books. I publish journals. I publish workbooks. I publish something every year. It's usually 1, 2, or 3 books every single year since 2017. It's just a part of what I do. It's my lifestyle, right? It's my logo. I've helped 50 authors publish their first book. And they've gone on to become book coaches and editors and publishers and speakers and coaches and teachers. This is not just me and my group. This is impact and it's change for the whole world, right? I'm teaching people skills that are 21st century skills that allow you to provide a service to other human beings. And so the first step in this process is writing. That's the W. Writing. Obviously, you have to write the book, right? But the definition of writing has changed. Writing is not just pencil to the paper like it used to be, right? Writing is not just typing on the computer or the laptop. Writing is also taking your phone and speaking into the phone, speaking your truth, telling your story, explaining your process. That's also writing. And so I teach you how to do that, how to take what you spoke and turn it into your chapters. That's step one. Okay, writing. Step two is R. That's the revising part. So after you're done, you've spoken your words, you have all your content, and your chapters are done. Then what you're going to do is give it to someone else so that they can help you revise it. They're going to read it. They're going to review it. They're going to revise it. They're going to help you revise it. That's where you need to get beta readers, volunteers who can help you see if it makes sense. They're going to read it with an objective mind, an open mind, and they're going to tell you their honest feedback. Okay? Then you're going to move into the next phase, which is phase 3. Phase 3 is an advertising and announcing. That is where you share with the world what you're going to do. You let everyone know, hey, I'm writing a book. Here's the topic. What would you like to see in the book? So you start having conversations with people, letting them know what you're doing. You don't give them all the details. You don't give them the title. You don't give them what the cover is going to look like. You don't even know that yet. You just tell them the topic, the theme. It has to be something universal that lots of people can relate to, but it's also going to be very specific. Okay? So you talk about it. That's your advertisement. That's your announcement. Okay? That's step 3. That's easy. Step 4 is actually publishing it. So you've already shared your ideas, you've spoken it into your device, or you may have written it or typed it, however you wanted to do that. The information is inside of a digital format. You're going to get help with editing it, make it look beautiful, right? And then you decide where you want to publish your work. There are many places where you can publish your work. You can publish your work on a landing page. You can publish your work on a website. You can publish it on Amazon. There's multiple places where you can publish your work and make it available to the public. So that's step 4. Step 5 is where you actually sell the book. All of these steps 1 through 5, are happening at one time. And that means that you are sharing your ideas and you're building a team to help you. When I wrote my first book, it was me and one other person. Me, my friend who also edited my book. Her and I worked on it together. That was it. When I published my next book, it was me and one of my daughters because it was about parenting. So it was just the 2 of us. And then I published my 3rd book and it was just me. And then my 4th book, it was me and a few of my clients because my clients were asking me to publish a book about something very specific. And so I was like, oh, I always listen to what the marketplace asks me for. I don't ever publish a book that nobody wants to read. So before you even start writing any of this, pay attention to the questions that people are asking you right now, right? Write a book about questions that people keep asking you right now. Don't write a book about something that you're interested in because, nobody's really interested in what you're interested in. They want to know, what can you do to help them solve their problem and make a transformation in their life? So the majority of this week is going to be about you thinking, brainstorming, and planning. You won't even spend a whole lot of time writing. The writing part is easy. The pre-writing part is the part that you need help with because that is where you do a little bit of market research, not a whole lot, but you have to do a little bit of market research and you have to think about what it is that you bring to the world? And what questions are people asking you? And you got to go back and look at those questions. Go back and look at the questions. Make a decision about what you can teach. Don't talk about a topic that you're not an expert at. Otherwise, it's going to fall flat. Okay? That's it. That's all you have to do. Those are the 5 steps. The writing, revising, advertising, publishing, and selling. That's it. That's the whole 5-step framework. And you can do that in 1 week. And if you need support and you want to join the challenge, just type the word challenge and I will send you the link to get inside the class. It starts tomorrow. Class starts tomorrow. Class starts tomorrow. And in this class, I'm going to be challenging you. I'm going to be pushing you outside of your comfort zone. I'm going to be asking you to do things that you don't want to do. Right? But in order to get something that you've never had, you have to become someone that you've never become, that you've never been, right? And that means you got to get outside of your own little box, because the box that you're living in, it got you to where you are. If you want to become a successful author, you've got to put yourself out there. What does that mean? Put yourself out there. It means get with people who know how to do what you want to do. I've published 6 of my own books. I've been a part of 2 book anthologies. I've helped 50 authors become authors. And those authors took my framework and they went on to become book coaches, editors, and publishers themselves. The majority of my clients are also public speakers, and they go on stage and speak and they sell their books in the back of the room. I want that for you. I want you to win. And I don't want you to take a whole year to write your book. That's why I'm offering this challenge. That's why I'm offering you an opportunity to get in here, get your book done in a week so that you can move on with your life and do all the other things that you've been wanting to do. Opening multiple streams of income for your family. Creating a product to sell from the stage, right? Being able to go to a library and read out loud to a group of kids or a group of teenagers or a group of adults, depending on what your audience is, right? Having something to take with you to the networking event. Forget about the business cards. I'm tired of those. Forget about the pamphlets and the brochures. Have a book. People will remember you for that. That book is your calling card. That book is your business card. It's your audition tape, right? It's your foot in the door. It speaks about you before you get to speak about you. That book gets you in rooms that you weren't invited into yet. And so let's get it done. Let's get it done in less than a week. Let's work on it. Let's get started today. Drop the word challenge and I will send you the link to get into the challenge. It's a 5-day challenge. It's only $47 for the general admission. That gives you access to all 5 days of the training. You get your workbook and you get to ask questions inside of the classroom with me. Easy peasy, mac and cheesy, lemon squeezy. $47. That's what, 2 days of coffee? 3 days of coffee, maybe? For those of you that already have books out there and you're like, shoot, I probably need to write a different book because these books just aren't selling. I'm going to be breaking down why there are certain books on the market that are not selling. And if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, you definitely need to be in this challenge because I'm going to be teaching you how to create a lead generation book for your business. And you're going to be watching me create a lead generation book for my business. You're going to be watching me go through these 5 steps through these 5 days in real time and making real money with my book. This is the process that I use for myself over and over again. And I normally don't allow people to come into my creative process because I'm a creative and I like to stay up here. And it's a period of solitude. And it's very relaxing for me to write a book. I know I'm a weirdo. But I'm going to be allowing you to watch my process so that you can take it home, do the homework, and get the result. It's fun. It's exciting. It's amazing. You can ask any of my clients. You can ask anybody that's in any of my Facebook groups. It is fun. It is so much fun. It's hard work, but it's a lot of fun because we're all in it together. We're all in this together. We're all scared, right? Don't tell me you're scared. We're all scared. We all are afraid of rejection. We don't want to be rejected. We don't want to be told no. We don't want to be laughed at, whatever. Like we all have that stinking thinking stuff in our mind. And so it's time for you to learn how to push past it because it's going to be there. The fear is going to be there. The doubt is going to be there. But you just push past it. That's why you connect with people who are moving forward and who know more, are doing more, and have become more because they just know how to push past it. So if you want to get your book done this week, drop the word challenge, and I'm going to challenge you to get into this class and get your book done finally, so you can be a person who is impeccable with your word. I know you've read the book, The 4 Agreements. One of those agreements is we need to be impeccable with our word, which means if we're not going to do it, we don't say we're going to do it. Okay? If we say we're going to do it, we do it. If we're going to make a commitment, we commit. If we've made a decision, we decide and we cut off all other options. Do what you say you're going to do. Write your book. Stop thinking and overthinking about it. Drop the word challenge. I'll send you the link. Pay the $47. You'll get right into the group. You'll get your workbook and you'll be ready for class tomorrow. Class starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a 2-hour class every night. I start at the beginning with tea. The second hour is you do. I'm breaking it all the way down. I'm a classroom teacher by trade. I walked away from teaching for coaching and publishing and speaking. I have my own business, and this is what I love to do. This is the love of my life. This is the reason why I'm here, to support you, to support authors who want more and they want to get it done now and stop waiting. This is the love of my life. And so if you know that this opportunity is for you, and this is confirmation, you don't need any more confirmation. Just drop the word challenge and I'll send you the link so you can get into class, and we start tomorrow night. I'll see you in class. Have a great evening. Bye now.